Okay. So let's. I mean, yesterday we talked about the different kinds of reports, templates, how the reports are, getting created, and how we can apply different kind of templates. How can we create the page items, and how can we store the values within the session, and then how we can make a parameterized report and some basic behaviors of the page, and many more, right? So today we'll talk about, about the buttons little bit more. Like for example, uh, if we create a button, let's suppose that I create one button. I just go to this page and I just uh, click create a button, create button. Sorry, not page item. I need to create a button. Right click, create a button. Its name is, for example, redirect or something else. So page has been, sorry, the button has been created with the name redirect. So now, like we can just go to the page. A button behavior. Like that's the most important thing in the buttons, like behavior. So button basically has one, two, three, four, and five kinds of behaviors, right? So submit pages means once we create a button, by default its action is created as a submit page. Submit means once we click on this page, it will just submit a page, that's it, nothing will happen. Okay. And second behavior is redirect to page in this application. I When I choose this one, it will ask target where you want to redirect. I can choose any page. For example, uh, I know the home page number is this page number one, right? I want, once I click on this redirect, it will go to the home page. So I just said go to the page one and then save. Now, once I click on this redirect button, I will go to the home page. Sorry, it is saving. It is still not saved. Okay. So now it's been created. So once I click on this page, you can see it's go to the home page. See, right? So that's the second behavior of the button, like redirect to page in this application. And there are other things too, like set items. If we want to set any item value, like we can set that. For example, I am saying, mm, on page number one there is no item, so that's why no item is currently showing. So we will talk more about this later on. Like we will create some item on page one, and then we will see. Now go to the next type, which is the redirect to page in different application. So like for example, if there is different application, we can just write the name of the application, like we have this one, and then provide the page number. It will automatically go to the different application. Okay. And the next one is redirect to URL. URL means any URL. It could be Apex URL or it could be any external URL. External URL means anything, like I search something on Google like Oracle site, for example. Or now I go to this site, right? Oracle.com. So now I want, once I click on the once I choose this URL, I choose this one, oracle.com, and okay. Once I hit the save button, it means once I click on redirect, it will go to it should go to this oracle.com. Okay, let's see, it is currently saving. Okay, now I click on this one, so you can see I just redirect to external application apart from the Apex, right? So this is how we can manage the redirections in the Oracle Apex. Okay, these are the behaviors of the, four or five kinds of behavior. We talked one by one about all. Next is the defined by dynamic action. So once we will learn about the dynamic actions, what are dynamic action and how we can use, then we will talk more about this type. Okay, but for now, these four are the basic types. But most of the time we
And
can use like submit page, we can use redirect to page in this application, and we can use redirect to URL. One, two, and this third one. These three are the most commonly used. Sorry, and defined by dynamic action also. This is also most commonly used.
yeah, the
So these
different
are.
application, would it not require, so if it requires login, different application requires different login. How do we handle that?
No, see, so that's all depends on the how to manage the authentication on that, right? For example, if that is managed by the Azure directory, right? So it will
Hmm.
automatically, allow you to log in based on
Hmm.
your login credentials. For example, this is my login credentials. If my email is configured on the Azure AD directory and
Hmm.
both the applications are registered over there, then it will allow me to go there. But if
Yeah.
I don't have the authorized to go to that app, I will go to the error message like, something like you are not authorized to go to that application or something like that.
Hmm. And what about the session variables or the session values? Will that also pass from one application to the
Yeah, yeah,
other?
it will. Yeah, it will also pass from the one session to the another session, right?
Hmm. Okay.
And yeah, so these are the types that we can different behaviors of the buttons that we have. Okay, so now let's talk like how to set value of one page to another page via page item. Okay,
You mean passing dynamic
passing
values?
the, yeah, dynamic values from the one page to another, both static and dynamic, we will talk about.
Okay.
Okay, let's suppose that once I click on the this button, I want to go to page home page, and I want to set some values, or I want to pick some value of this page to the next page, like something like that. Okay, so for that, uh, if I want to go, this is page number 6, from page number 6 to page number 1, right? So currently it will ask me to, to have some apex page item, like for that. For example, currently on page 1 there is no page item, but if I want to set some value to page number 1, there should be some apex item. Only with the help of that we can set the value. For example, uh, now I'm going back here, and if I go to this button, let's create a new button for now. Create button below, named it as a home button or something. I'm saying redirect to page in this application. Okay, target page number is 1. 1 is the home page. This is the home page. That's why I choose. So once I choose the page name, set items, it will show all the item names which are available on page number 1. But currently there is no page item on the page number 1, right? So that's the target page, right? So we need to create a page item on page number 1 to get the value, right? This is this set value name, and value name means on which item you want to set the value. Item name, this is item name. Value could be static, or it could also be a apex item. Now let's go to the page number 1. let's create one page item like p1 get well, for example. Okay, I created one page item. Its name is p1 just get value. Please, yeah, get value. It is blank now. So now I'm going back to the classic report. I'm just editing button is created or not. So let's create one button here, button below or home, call it as home button. Now, when I change its action redirect to page in this application, click on target, page number is 1. Now you can see we have this. I mean, all the page items which are created on the page number 1 will be visible here because we choose page number 1. If I choose page number 2, all the items from page number 2 will be visible here. If I choose page number, whatever the page, like 6, so you will be able to see these three items are visible, and we have these three items, this and this, right? So based on our selection, all the page items gets visible. So now if I choose one and then I said get value, I'm saying like welcome, its value is static welcome. Okay, and that's it. It means once I click on home button, it will go to the page number 1 and it will set value of this apex item with welcome. Its value is welcome. Now reload this page. I choose home button. Go to home. Its value is welcome. Now go to the session. We know how to check the value. Its value is welcome. It is inserted. Okay. So this is static value. I mean, but now if we want to pass dynamic value, we can also do that. Like for example, I am saying whatever the value I choose in the employee name, I want to take this value to the next page. How to do that? Just like this one, we can, I mean, just like passing the static value, we can choose its value as a p6 well, which is employee name, right? It means the value of this will store into this one, like right to left. The value, this page item name should have value of this p6 val. P6 val is what? This is the employee name, right? So now I said okay. I save this. So now reload this page. Yeah. Now currently it's blank, right? So now I go to the home page. It's blank. Now I go to the classic page. I choose its name Fatima. I set submit button or something like that. It is showing Fatima. Now I'm going to the home page. Now its value is the Fatima. So this is how we can set static and dynamic value from the one page to the another. Okay. Any questions for now? But later on we will see some more examples, but in different ways. Like this is the one way. This is the very basic way to set the value in the via like Oracle Apex, but we can also set the value via uh, in page item via JavaScript or using the I mean JavaScript APIs or JavaScript. So we will see later on, but now we are going with the very basic way. I mean, and this is the most widely way to use this. Like this is how we are setting the values. So now we will see examples of how to integrate the I mean APIs, like we have some predefined APIs in the Oracle Apex. So how to use that APIs in the, for example, this is interact, I mean, classic report, right? So let's suppose you want to add, uh, this is internet flag, right? This is Y. So let's suppose that you want to update this flag with the name Y or N, right? For example, there could be a single row or multiple rows, right? So how to do that? Like you need to add some checkbox, right? So based on the user selection, you can just go and change the selection or update the flag as per your convenient. Okay. So like there are lots of the APIs available, like Oracle Apex. Just a minute. Apex underscore item dot checkbox. This is one API which is used uh, to create a checkbox. So Apex underscore API, I mean, sorry, Apex underscore item is basically one way, I mean, or you can say this is one API that we can use, and these are the functions like checkbox. As from the name, I mean, this document is easily available in the Oracle side. You can see like as per the names display over here, you will go to know. I mean, checkbox means something you will create a checkbox. Date pop-up means something that you will create a date picker in the classic report. This is the item. But if we want to create this date picker in this report, then we need to use this date pop-up, right? So this is there are different ways. If we need to create a LOB query for each row, right? Instead of here, if I need to create in this report, then there are a way, I mean, we need to use these APIs. So these all are the APIs available in the Apex. If there is text area, so these are the just HTML terms. Like if you don't know what is text area is something like where we can, which is seems to be very huge. Like you can write text area in HTML, you will go to know what is text area. Like these are text area is something like this one, like here we can write write the paragraphs or something like that. So these are the HTML things. Okay, so let's see one example like how to use these kind of APIs within our report. So let's go with the very basic, like first one with the checkbox. I mean, we will see one example. So this is the basic way to use the API, like apex underscore item checkbox, and then primary key within that.
Yes, Sahil, can you go a little slower? I'm totally lost right now. So this is the Apex item is done for with the all the different checkbox and buttons and radio buttons and so on. Is that what Apex item
See,
is?
I will explain you more easily way. So
Yeah.
this is the Apex page, right?
Hmm.
And in this page we have classic report, right, or interactive report, or we have items, parameter items that we created, right?
Yeah.
These are the created outside the report, not within the report, right? And these are mapped with the classic report, okay? Like which is used to to pull out the data. If I choose employee name sk and submit, it will pull out the data. This is outside the report. This is the parameterized report. This is a one way, right? This one is clear, right? For example, so you want I mean, there is a requirement. So this is a report, and let's suppose that you have a team of 20 peoples, and everyone raises a internet reimbursement request, okay, in this portal. And once it is once, I mean, this is a report. I mean, these are the guys who raised the uh, reimbursement request, and as per the data, internet flag is equal to Y means these are reimbursed already, right? But let's suppose that you need to approve the internet bill for the James and then John, for these two guys. Okay, in this report itself we need to perform, I mean, this is used to perform DML kind of things like insert, update, or delete on a report. Like there is no need to create a form. we can also customize the report. I mean, we can also utilize the report as a DML for the DML operations. I mean, that is what I mean to say. You got it? Like,
Um, yeah, I'll see in the recording also. I think listening it a couple of times will probably help more than once. Uh,
yeah.
Basically, we are selecting the
Okay.
record and for the DML function, and then for selecting the
Yep.
record for the DML function, we are using Apex item. Then how to
Yeah.
which item to perform that DML function for?
So that we will see like later on. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, now, I mean, after this, I mean, I will explain it.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, this is a report, right? This is a report, and this is these are the parameters: employee name, employee number, and date. Once I select any employee name or date, it is used to pull out the data from this report, right? This is a report, and currently we cannot perform any DML operation on this report, right? This is clear. I mean, we cannot do any DMLs for now, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
But now your customer is saying he has approved the internet bill for the Ford and Fatima, but he needs to uh, update internet bill for the this like Miller or James, right? On this screen itself. How you can do that? I mean, so you need to perform some kind of, you if you can provide some kind of checkbox where user can come and select the checkbox for the James and then for the Miller and then click on the update internet bill, then it will, update the flag over here, and with the help of that it will resolve the I mean, it will help them to update the bills on the portal, right? So we will see like how we can do it, then you will have some idea about that. Okay. So let's create a checkbox. I mean, why we are creating checkbox? Because checkbox is in the HTML. Checkbox is something that we can multiple times, like we can click and then we can use, I mean, for our update. So this is our report.
I remember you had mentioned yesterday in the interactive report we can perform action on multiple records.
Right, right.
And in classic, we can only do it on handful or single at a time. Probably I did not understand that correctly. Is that right?
Sorry, I did. No, no,
In the
we can perform DML on both.
oh, both. Okay, okay.
On both, we can perform like. So now, see, I have introduced apex underscore item dot checkbox and then one and then employee number and then checked. I mean, see, it is now you can see uh, what is value one. Basically, once we do, we need to update something. What we need, we can update the record based on the primary key, right?
Yeah.
Right, we can update.
Mhm.
For example, if I need to change this name from new to new one, I can write like update employee, set e name is equal to new one where employee number is equal to one, something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a similar way, I choose the employee number here because it is the primary key. So if we need to use the apex item, so we need to use the primary key within that so that we can easily identify each row. Okay. Okay, so this is value 1 means this one. Here value 10 means this employee number 10. Input type checkbox, these are the HTML things, right? But currently it looks little bit weird, right? So there is a property. So once we go to the columns and once I go to the this apex item, we need to change. There is one property, escape special characters. So basically we need to switch it off so that we can escape these special characters, like these special characters. So now once we do this one, we will able to see this checkbox, right? So as I choose, I mean,
Can you show again what we just did? So basically, we oh, like in SQL, we do the escape character for yeah,
yeah, in the in the apex, once we need to, I mean, so this is basically a HTML, right?
yeah.
So once we need to escape the HTML, we need to do the escape special characters set as a off. That's the property. I mean, so if you are working with Apex, so if something is showing as HTML in the report, and if you want to hide that, so just go and I mean switch it off the escape special characters from this particular for the particular column. In our case this is the name of the column, right? So I
Mhm.
just search escape special character and switch it off, that's it, and save, and then I run it the report. Now it's showing as
Oh,
a checkbox, right?
okay.
Basically it just hide and display the checkbox, but if you do the inspect element, it's it will show you
Mhm.
if I inspect and then if I go to this particular checkbox, so basically it was previously showing input type checkbox name F01 value 1, right?
Mhm.
So we just hide it from the UI so that it will display as a checkbox. But if you check in the backend, it's just a HTML, right? So this is basically a way to create a checkbox. If you go to the uh, write create a text box, I mean sorry, checkbox in HTML. So this is basically the HTML thing, like you can see input type checkbox, ID, name or value, something like
Yeah.
that, right? So these are just nothing, just a HTML thing. So Apex help us to minimize the use of HTML and CSS. So this is the API, like with the help of which we can directly use in the Apex. But if I use this one, it means for each row, I am directly, I mean, identifying this is the value, this is something you can see, this is the value. Value means the whatever the value that we are taking, value of the checkbox. Okay, so there is no need to create a HTML for this one. Like there is an option in the Apex using the Apex APIs. We can directly use the checkbox, right?
Mhm. And when
But
we created the sorry, yeah, Hmm. Yeah, no, please go
sorry.
ahead.
So like this one, like there is no not a direct way to update the update this, and like this one there is also a I mean how to do the updates. So there is need to create a loop in the Apex or something like that. There is a set of a code that we need to use for to update the you know this data. There is a set of code for that.
When you created this Apex item checkbox in the classic report, if you yeah here. So how did you add this column? So you basically added a column as calculated column.
No, this is not a calculated column. This is just a normal column like other columns. I just introduced apex underscore item dot checkbox. This is this
Hmm.
basic syntax like to use the checkbox.
Yeah, okay, okay.
If you want to add the radio button or something like that, you can see there is also a, I mean, how to do the radio for the radio button. So there is also, uh, a syntax is available like apex underscore item
Oh,
radio group and then this one.
got it.
Similarly, like if you go to know how to use one, you will able to do for others like,
Hmm.
okay. So just like that, there is a set of rule for the update. I mean, so this is
Hmm, okay. So this is when the page is submitted. After checking that,
yes.
what
So
happens?
then, yeah, when once the page is getting submitted after selecting this, what will happen? Like processing
Hmm.
will happen, right?
Yeah.
So we need to create a process
Hmm, to
here,
define.
like create a new process, just like reset. We need to create a new process. Just right click on the processes, create a process, and then
This is yeah.
yeah, here we can just copy and paste the code.
This
I
is the
will
post
explain.
processing page.
I will explain you this code, but let
Hmm.
me write, for example, update employee set internet flags equal to y, where employee number is equal to this one.
From update from, and so this is post processing page, right?
Yeah, this is post processing, we can say. This is not a post processing. This is basically a processing. Like, this is page rendering, and
Hmm.
once we do click on submit, this is processing.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
if any event happen on a page, that is called processing.
Yeah, okay, okay.
This is loading or reloading, we can say.
How did we
And
go to that? How did we navigate to that processing page?
yeah, yesterday we created for reset. I will show it to you again.
Yeah.
So this is the Apex page, first, second, and third. This is the processing. Right
Uh,
click on processing, create a process, and this is the
okay.
process that I have created. Now,
Got.
when I need to run this process, when button pressed, which button? Let's suppose I choose redirect.
Hmm.
Once the redirect button is processing, what will happen? My statement will get executed, which is update employee set internet flag is equal to y, where employee number is equal to this. Means based on the employee number that I am choosing, it will update the internet flag. So now,
Hmm.
see, internet flag for SK is now null. I choose this one for SK 146. Let's take and redirect. I have already set it something for the redirect.
Yeah, yeah, redirect is
I
already
need
set to oracle.com.
yes, I need to create another button. I mean button for it. Create button, approve, and its label could be approve internet bill, something like that. Now I need to change its way, like when button pressed, approve, right? Now once approve is clicked, this will, I mean, this process will work. Now I choose SK, for example, this one, and I say approve internet bill. Now you can see SK internet bill is upload. Now you can see we can perform how we can perform the DML operations, right?
Hmm.
Or I can change its name to something like approval flag.
Did we add the additional flag, internet flag?
Yeah, yeah. I have already introduced it into a table,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why like we are able. So now, for example, like if there is a requirement, if they need to up, for example, if they need to approve not internet bills, if they need to approve different invoices, right? 10 invoices, 5 invoices, it is very easy, right? On the same report, user can come, search the data, and then on a single time as well. First four, first five records, and then approve. Multiple records we can upload, right? On same
Hmm.
time. So this is how like we can perform the DML. This is one example. Now let's go to this process. Let me explain you what does it mean. Okay. So for I is the basic for for loop, right? Or it
Yeah.
could be I, J, K something. One dot apex underscore application dot gf01 dot count. What is gf01? Gf01 means once we created this uh, this item, we have write something one, right. If this is one, for example, if this is one, it means we need to write gf01. If that I choose 2, then I need to change it to 2. If that is 3, I need to change it to 3 here also.
Is
Why?
that the page
Because
page number?
yeah, why? Because here you can see this is its name is f01. So this is basically used for the
Oh,
update purpose. Okay, now if I go to the report and if I change this one to 2, okay, and I save this, currently it is showing as 1, saved. I reload this page, again it is showing HTML. Okay, now it is f02, right?
yeah.
Because I change it from 1 to 2.
Hmm.
Why we
Did-
have 1, 2, 3, 4? So that, for example, there could be a possibility like there could be a multiple check boxes, right? Or
hmm.
first one could be checkbox, second one could be radio. Then
Yeah.
we can adjust f01 for the for the checkbox, f02 for the radio, and so on.
Hmm.
Or there
What
could be
about the
multiple
G
checkbox.
underscore?
This is basically like inbuilt, we can say, syntax or something.
Oh, okay.
G
G underscore
underscore
is
for
inbuilt.
the processing, like G underscore f01,
Hmm.
apex underscore item. These are the like inbuilt by the
Hmm.
apex.
Can I,
Apex
uh,
underscore item dot G. Hmm.
after we do the session today, I mean, when I look at my Google Chrome, um, it shows the properties differently. Like it doesn't show the console and other things. If you can help set that up or point out where to look at, because when I open up my Chrome, it shows me different set of look and feel is totally different. I think you've set that up to look at in a certain way when you do
Yeah,
the
I will
inspect.
help you on that after
Okay,
the session. Like we will spend some time,
okay,
and then we will see. Okay.
okay.
Okay, so this is the way like how to do that. Now I changed the property, so I again need to go back to the property and then set again like special character. Now it is again showing as checkbox. Okay, so this is how like we can do the DMLs in the uh, in our screen. Like, but in the processing there is also a message. Like once this process is executed, if there is a success, we need to show records successfully updated. or approved. Custom message. As I change that to the two, so I need to change here two. I need to change here two. This is basically,
Your voices again started to go and come again like yesterday.
it is okay now.
Yeah, now it is okay, but it goes and comes,
Okay. Okay. So now, if I mean, now choose this record and approve internet bill, you will see there is a success message. Record successfully approved. Okay. So that's the custom message. Like we and like there is also, I mean, for the beautification purpose, like there could also be different things like you can go on and see one by one. For example, how the message you want to see, like inline notification error page or something like that. You can change and see its behavior, how it is behaving, like right. And yeah. Okay, so that's all about like how to embed the I mean Apex APIs like within the report. So there are different kinds of uh, APIs available. Like Apex underscore item is the one. So if once you will work for the mail functionality, you will see there is Apex underscore mail as well. Util is also a good. I mean, in this there are different things that you can do. There are lots of the APIs available. Like some of them I used, but some of them are still I have not used. But there are list is very huge. You can see like for the custom authentication, we are using like Apex Custom Auth or something like that. For LDAP services, we can use this one if we want to use. And there are different APIs available, but once you will go to know how to use the one, you will go to know how to use the others. That's it. Steps are easily available, like examples are available. Okay. Okay. So I
LDAP
mean,
is for single sign-on or authentication or integrating with the Azure Active Directory.
yes, like we can use this one, but some of them, I mean, some teams or some companies are using Apex utilities, but some found it's has limited way, so they use their own,
Yeah.
I mean, different
Can
way
we
of
also,
their custom coding.
hmm, hmm. Like we have JavaScript API, can we also embed Python?
Python, I don't think we can embed, but JavaScript APIs we can embed.
Oh, okay, okay.
JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap files, it supports, but
Mhm.
not the Python.
Okay.
So, any questions like for now?
No, I don't have any other question for now, at least Prachi.
I'm good.
Okay. And by the way, Sahil, I need to I stop at 11, meaning in 8 minutes, and then I need to take care of another call. Uh, and if you can just take a break during that time, or how do you want to proceed?
So, I mean, okay, so it could be 30 minutes you are saying, right?
Yeah.
So can we record the session like till then, or what? Do you want to take a halt of 30?
Praj, what do you want to do?
Um, we could keep going. Like, I'll still be here.
Oh, okay. So you guys can keep going, and I'll see that in the recording. And when I return back, if you can quickly do the recap in a minute, that will be helpful. Otherwise, I'll lose the track of what's happening at that moment. Otherwise,
Okay, okay, no worries.
okay, yeah. All right, sounds good.
Okay, so next is like validation. Like we can also do the validations. For example, there are different ways to create a validation. Like here, this is the way we can create a validation. So validation usually happens once we click on a button or something like that, right? So, for example, if I want to submit this page, but I want to add a restriction, employee name should be necessary. For example, if user do not enter any employee name and click on the submit, it should not allow the user to submit the page. It should show some error, like employee name must have some value or something like that. So how can do that? Like there are different ways to create a validations, but we will see some of the examples. Like this is the validating. Just right click on this one, create a validation. So there are different ways. Like these are different types. Either we can choose expressions. Expression mean PLSQL expression. So if you are familiar with the PLSQL, these all are the row return, no row return, all are the PLSQL things. For example, let's start with very basic. I am saying like item is not null. Which item? P612, which is employee name. Employee name is not null. Error message. Which error I want to display?
And how did
Employee.
you get to the validation option on the right panel?
I will explain you again. Okay. So this is just like to above the just above the processing there is a validating, right?
Oh, got it. Oh, okay, okay, got
Just
it, got it.
right click here, create a validation, and
Okay.
then you can see this
Yeah.
is the validation.
Mm.
Now what I am saying, item is not null. Okay, always execute means every time once the page is loaded, it will execute. Employee name is not null. I said save and then okay. It is saved. Now it is loaded. Now once I click on the submit, it's saying employee name is not null, employee name is not null. Okay, so if I choose any employee name, submit, it will not happen. Right.
Say, what if we want to show this error message in the middle of the screen rather than in the right corner?
Okay. So basically, this is the default,
Mm.
way of showing the message in the Apex.
Oh,
But
okay.
there could be another, like, just a minute. Inline in field and notification. There are four default options inline with field. You can see one by one, but there is a way of customization as well. I will show
Oh,
you.
okay.
Submit. Now you can see here not showing only this one employee number is not
Got it. Mm.
nothing showing here. If I change, its display
Got it.
notification, this inline in notification means it will show something like this. For
Yeah.
example, submit and
Yeah. Why
employee
that was.
name is not here. It is not showing in red.
And what are the other options if you scroll down on the display or location is there and associated items?
Associated item means is this error, I mean, dependent to any associated item.
Hmm.
Basically, it is associated with this P6 well, right?
Yeah.
We can
Mm.
choose or we cannot choose. This is optional. Like
Okay.
now I choose it to one page button, submit, and submit.
What are the other options if you scroll down there on the server side panel?
Like server side or type, then authorization. Once we'll talk about the authorization, we will
Got
discuss
it.
about
Okay.
it.
Security. Okay.
Once we will talk about the build option, we'll talk about these. So
Okay.
comments are nothing, just normal comment. Like if there is any code you want to put here,
Mm.
it will
Mm.
not in. I mean, it will not uh, in as a part of page, but for your rework, or you can say like as your backup, you can take it here, like whatever
Mm. It's like
any
comments.
code. Yeah, it's just
And
like a
then,
normal comment.
yeah, and then if you scroll down a little bit here, there was yeah, uh, just a little bit more. No, no, yes, it's, above security. No, above security here. Yeah, scroll up. Yeah, the server side condition. So when button pressed, basically the naming convention of these triggering events is similar to the triggers on what used to be Oracle forms.
Yeah, so basically in the Oracle forms we need to right click and then
Yeah.
put some code over there, right?
Hmm.
Anonymous block, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But in a similar way, like we can create processes differently, like we created this one, right? And then we can choose it when button pressed, which button press, approve a button process. So this is a way of mapping like
Yeah. 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 Got it. Okay.
Apex only, but both will do the same. Like only different is okay. So now you were saying like submit. Yeah. You can inspect this. This is its class. Like you can see, this is its class. This is its ID. If you are familiar with the CSS, you can change its way. Like for example, margin. See, I mean, you can customize this and you can change its position using the HTML properties, right? So, not this one. There was a property called align items, not align items. Let's take one more. Like there could be HTML properties like you can see and you can apply. For example, I choose this one for now. For example, this is my CSS code. I take it with Control C, this code. Now I go to the page. I go to the classic page number 6. There is a name inline CSS. So here we can put all of our inline CSSs. Whatever the CSS code that I am writing, I need to put it inline CSS. So whatever I choose it here and click on save. So it means show you something like this one, right? Now you can see message from there showing as here. In a similar way, you can add some more HTML properties like you can set its height, width, and where you want to show. You can choose its position, align center, and then uh, you can add CSS, and then you will see. I mean, only you need to go to the page number and then choose the inline CSS, and then whatever the code that you are writing, just put it there. I mean, okay. So now you can see a notification now showing here instead of like here, this one. But there are different like HTML entities like properties. If you know how to use these, like you can just Google like how to center align the div or something like that. So you can take the property from there and then you can use it here. Like you can add on. Okay, you got it. Like
Yep.
okay. So this is a way. I mean, how to apply the CSS on a page. I mean, just click on the page and then scroll down and then you can see if there is any file. I mean, if you want to upload into a file, you can also upload into a file, but we will but for now, like if there is inline CSS, try to use this option. Whatever the code of the CSS, you can put it here as a inline CSS and okay, and then save. It will be applied. Okay, so now see. Now once you click here, this is the title of the page, classic report. If you want to change its title, like this one, classic report, you can change it here, like only report. I said okay, save, and then if I reload this one, you can see it's showing as report. Okay. So for every report or for every page, if you want to change its page title, just go to the page, change its title. This is way how you can change its title. And second one is like, I mean, okay, okay, so let's talk some more examples on the validations. I mean, this is the very basic example that we have seen. So let's suppose that I am saying employee number must be numeric, right? We all, you can see we have 81 793 for all are the numeric things. Okay, so I'm saying if I type digit, I mean if I type alphanumeric key or any digit, any alphabet, it should share, it should be numeric, something like that. So there are different ways, like create one more validation, click on right click on the validation and then change its expression to item is numeric. Okay, which item is numeric? Employee number, because we know it's number field. It should employee number should be numeric. Okay, that's it. Save it. Okay, now I'm saying submit and I type sh. Submit. Just always execute. Okay, this should be on. Always execute. What I'm doing, I'm just changing because I need to fire this validation once I click on the submit button, because on the reset I don't want to use that validation. That's why I just change its behavior to when button pressed is submit. Now I said sh is submit. Employee name is not null. Okay. Item is numeric. Always execute. Employee name number should be numeric. Okay, I choose this. Let's. So this is how validations will work. Like I reset this. Once I choose submit, it will say employee number is not null. Okay, now I submit this. It's working. Now I type sh or some any digit ki and submit. It's saying employee number should be numeric. Numeric means like 7566. Submit. It is working. And reset, that report is reset. So this is how we can create the validations. Like we can do any validation like as per our requirement. There are different ways to create it. For example, you can see any, I mean, item is numeric, alpha numeric, item is not zero, not null. It should be validate. Item is equal to value. For example, item I choose employee number should be 75566. Always execute when button pressed. I mean, error. Anything like we can do as per our coding. If something is getting wrong, we can manage it with the validations like employee name is not null. Okay, it is not null. Submit. Reset. Okay, so now let's talk about the okay. So now let's talk about the themes. Like like in HTML or in our mobile, we can see there are lots of themes like we can see, right? So just like that, we can create themes in our Oracle applications as well. Like, or you can see this is black color, this is blue color, right? So this is what is this? This is just a theme. So we can create themes. So how to create themes? Just click on this one, like in our session, like customize theme roller. Theme roller means this is basically a global theme that we have in the Apex. So currently Apex provides us one, two, three, four, five kind of themes. One is Redwood. Once I choose this, you can see everything is changed. Once I choose Vita, that's the older one. Once I choose dark means everything is now as dark. Vita red means something changed. Vita slate, now it's different. Okay. So if we need to change a theme, we can just change the theme and click on the save. Now you can see our theme is now changed. Okay, okay. So now how to customize the themes? So just click on here, open the theme roller. You can see there are different let's go switch back to the older theme, this one. Okay, firstly I change the theme. Okay, okay, so now theme has been changed. So you can see global colors. So primary color is this one, right? So if we want to change, we can change its color, right? Runtime, you can see is there is no need to save. You can see runtime changes. You can see it is changing, right? Or if you want to light, you can light it. And this is the primary. Body asset is white. Link color means if there is any link, it should be of this color. If we want to change, we can change, like focus outline. Like currently I'm focusing here. This is of blue color. If I would like to change the focus color, like we can change. You can see it's of yellow now. Okay. So there are different things like containers. You can see headers. These all are the HTML things. Like if you are good in the HTML, you will go to know title bar means something. If there is any title, it's of this color, it could be changed. Like this is how you can handle the Apex themes. You can create your themes as well. Like for example, let's we are now whatever we are doing, we will create a new theme of this one. Okay, navigate uh, bodies of this one. I'm saying this one I need for this one. Okay, selected state is black. I need to change it to this one. But if the customer give you any other color, you can choose that one as well. Like region means these regions. You can change region colors, region body, states, whatever the states you want to change, right? So these are the all are the things like colors that we have. You can change as these are the button colors. Like button radius is this one currently. If you want to change, you can see it's changing. It's it's changing. It's changing. It is now currently as a square, but if you want to little bit round, you can see it's changing. Normal color is background is white. If you want to change, you can change its colors. Like okay, form. If there is a form you want to change, interactive reports. Background is this one. I mean, this is how you can define the themes, layouts, border heights. If you want to change, like expand this, just now I think save as. It gave its own name like uh, Apex demo theme, for example, and okay. So now you can see our theme is saved. Now go back again to the theme roller. Apex demo theme. This is our theme that we just created. So this is how we can create a theme. Custom CSS, like if there is any global CSS you want to add on, you can directly put it here, like this one, right? So you can directly add CSS as well. Over. So this is how to create a themes in the Apex. Like this node looks too much good, but yeah, if you have any color codes, if you have any color combinations, border colors, or any background colors you want to change, like anything you can manage with the help of theme rollers. But if there is some properties which are not here, for example, if you want these uh, you know uh, instead of the changing the radius, you want to change its margin, or you may want to make it bigger. So you just add the right, you need to write the custom CSS for them, and you can apply at theme roller level. Like anything, like you can add it here, like You can choose the button class, right? And then you can change its like this one. You need you can put it here. That's your custom. You can see it is saved permanently, right? Now, if you on any page, if you create any button, like you can see, it is apply everywhere, wherever applicable. Go is a button. This is also kind of button or whatever. Wherever it is applicable, you can see its look and feel is change. Even if you create a new button, by default it will create with this background. You no need to write any color on that because you have already set in theme roller. I create this button as a new label. You can see it is created, new button is created, and its radius is whatever I added this one as a custom CSS, and its background is whatever I set in the theme roller. Okay, so this is how we can do the customization. So whatever you can see here na theme roller or whatever the name of the themes, these are also stored in the Apex. Like you can go to the application, you can go to the shared component, you will see a theme. These are the themes, right? If you click here, if you click on this theme, you can see these are the themes, right? These are we just created Apex demo theme, right? It is right. So this is our theme that we just created. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
we are doing runtime, it is stored here in the themes, and then here its current theme style is Apex demo theme. If there is any custom style you can want to add, you can also add it from here as well. Name, and if it is public, if there is any URL, CSS class or whatever, you can just add on. Automatically it will create its JSON runtime, or this is the CSS file. Whatever you are saying, it is in this CSS. I mean, basically it is automatically written once we do the changes. Okay, so that's all about the themes. Like any questions like on this one? That's not a big topic, but this is just a part of a syllabus, so that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, no questions.
Okay, so now let's go back to the page. Now let's suppose that you have created this page, okay, and you want to create a new page, same just like this page as well, like similar to this page. So you can also copy the pages, like you can just click on this plus icon, copy page in this application, yes. Next, which page you want to copy? Copy from page 3, yes, which is this one. New page name, whatever, copy page. Do you want to see breadcrumb? Yes or no? It's upon to you. And then next, do you want to create a navigation entry? This is navigation entry. If you want to create, click on this one. Next, okay. So it is saying that there was a button whose name is new. You want to make it as a new? Yes. I mean everything is same. Just copy. So this means page has been copied and new page is created as a 8. Just reload this one. You can see copy page. And it is the same page that is similar to the uh, test page. This is and this is okay. So from the test page, we have created one new page which is name as copy page. And yeah. So next is dynamic actions. So what are dynamic actions? So dynamic action are nothing just a, I mean, if we want to fire something on some particular event, that's known as to be dynamic action. So just like, for example, if I want to show a alert on this, once I click on this new, so what I will do usually I will write a JavaScript for it, like I need to create a function. Once I click on click of this, show the alert or something. I mean alert, and then we will do some coding, right? So in Apex, with the help of JavaScript, we can do the, with the help of dynamic actions, we can do the JavaScript coding. Like, for example, as I said, if I want to show the alert on click on this one in the JavaScript, how I can do? I need to write the code custom. I need to custom code of it. For example, I need to choose its class, like, or ID, right? This is its ID. I need to go on the console. Console is, like if there is any JavaScript code, then it can easily run on console. And this is the syntax, like, paste. Okay, so this is the buttons text. Sorry, hash. Okay, so this is the text, means this is the buttons ID. Okay. So if I need to show a alert in JavaScript, I will write this and then click function alert hello. Okay. Once I click here, it is say hello. Okay. Every time, once this is a JavaScript. Once I click on this new, it will say run this. Once I click on this new, it will say hello alert.
Mm-hmm.
This is a JavaScript. So how to call a JavaScript on a page? Like, go to the page. There are different ways. Like, this is a page, and just scroll down. You can see execute when page loads, means once the page is getting loaded, this will get called. Okay, save. I save this JavaScript function. I click here. It's saying hello. I click here. It is saying hello. Okay. So I need to do a custom coding, right? But in the Apex, if we there are set of events available where we can do JavaScript or PLSQL code, there is no need to do the JavaScript coding for that. For now, I just put it here in a comment section. So now it will not show. Now let's go with do the same thing with the dynamic action. Now it is not showing. Okay. Just go to this button, this button. So this is button, and we talked about the types, right? Create a dynamic action. You know, we talked about these types, button types. Uh, this is a button, and it is defined by dynamic action. We talked about submit page, this, and redirect to URL. Now it is defined by dynamic action. It means once its status, its behavior is defined by dynamic action, means I am going to create a dynamic action on this page. How to create it? Just right click on this and create a dynamic action. It is, what is it saying? It is saying click. Event is click button new. It means once I click on button whose name is new, what will happen? Show? No. I need to call, what I need to call? We can call these components. I mean, these, for example, I need to show alert. I can directly choose alert. What's message? Hello. I'm saying, I'm explaining again. Once I click on button, which button? This new button. It will show alert. I save this. Okay. Now, hello. I click on new, it is saying hello. Click on new, it is saying hello. It is doing the same thing, right? But with the help of dynamic action. No, now I do not write any JavaScript, right? This is how we, why we can, I mean, how we can use the dynamic action. There are different events we can use it dynamic action. This is the one event that I explained, which is the click event. We can change, we can create a dynamic action on change of button, change of region, change of page, change of anything. Get focus, input, key down, key press, key release. So these all are the loose focus. These all are the page load. As per the name, you got to know what does it mean. Input, change means if something is changed. Click means if I click something. Double click means if I double click on something. So these all are the just events. So based on event selection, it will call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's suppose that let me do one thing. Let's do some basic exercise on this. Move this up and let's create one more button or one item type as a radio group. Let's create one page item radio. It's just a name. Okay. I choose its type as a radio group. This is a button that we just create. Not a button, sorry, page item. Its list of values, it is static for now. And display one is yes, return is yes, second is no, it will return as no. Okay, just save it. Now you can see new radio button is created with the name new. change its label. Radio group, number of columns to, it is still saving. Okay, so one extra is showing because display extra value is yes. We need to just switch it off so that extra like this one I do not need because I just only need as per the values that I choose. Yes and then no. So my requirement is if I choose, let's change its label from radio group to upload file. Upload file. So my requirement is upload file. If I choose this no, means I do not want to upload the file, this will hide. If I choose this as a yes, it should enable. Okay, how to do that? It is very basic with the help of JavaScript. What I need to do, I need to do a dynamic action. I need to do a dynamic action on this item, right? Because on change of this item, because we need to show and hide on change of this item, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just quick edit on this item, right click here, create dynamic action. Let's give its proper name, show hide upload file name. Show true action means basically we have two kind of actions in the dynamic action. One is true action, one is false action. True means act as a if, false is act as a else. Okay, if it is true then this will happen, if it is false then else will happen. Okay, I am saying on change, what is it saying? Change of item of P8 radio means change of this item if client side means item is equal to value. If item this is yes, then show false, create false action instead of show hide. Item which one? Show which item? Upload. Okay, I save this. I will explain this again. Okay, now you can see nothing is selected, both are hide. If I choose file upload, no, it means hide. When I say yes, it is available. No, hide, yes, available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I did, basically what is my requirement? My requirement, if file upload type is yes, this will enable. If its type is no, this will hide. So what I do, I create a dynamic action on change of this radio group. If its value is yes, this will show. If value is no, this will hide. But if I do the same thing with the JavaScript, it could be very, I need to do custom coding. But now with the JavaScript, I don't need to do custom coding. I write a dynamic action, change of item, this item. Radio means this. I am saying client side condition means something. Once we change, client side scripting will happen like this is yes, this is no. That's the client side condition. I am saying if this is yes, if this is its value, is yes, then show P8 new, which is this one. If its value is means false means if not equal to yes, we can say, right? False means if this is true, then this will happen, else hide P8 new, this one. That's it. No, hide, yes, yes. This is second, another example of the dynamic action. Similarly, we can show and hide the regions as well. We can create multiple actions, like create more action. Show what show? We can show region. New one too. We can create one more false action as a hide region new. What does it mean? It means if value is yes, new one two will show. If value is no, new one two will not show. Next time, new one two hide. Show hide. Show yes means show, no means also region hide. Okay, so this is how we can use the dynamic action. We will see some more examples later on, but this is the basic examples of writing the dynamic actions. Like any questions on this one?
No.
Okay, so for now, like we have learned like how to embed the Java, Apex APIs, and how to do the DML within the report. What are theme rollers, right? And how to change the page titles, where to put the CSS on a page, what are the validations and how to apply the validations, right? And then how to we have seen about the different kind of redirections of the page, how to
Mm-hmm.
render to the external sites from the Apex, right? And then we have seen few examples of the few examples of dynamic actions, right? So I think this is like this is fine for today, because we have learned a lot of different things. So you can learn, you can go through the recording and then see like how what I explained, and you can try these things on your workspace. And if you found any questions, or if you have any kind of questions, like we will discuss them